Welcome back to Bank of Coinex. Today, we're showing you 3 rare wheat pennies worth over $40,000 to $50,000. But the most shocking part is that these coins look completely ordinary at first glance. The real reason behind their massive value is their rare mint errors. If you have old coins hiding somewhere at home, this video could completely change your life. So watch until the end, subscribe to the channel, and discover what makes these coins so incredibly rare and valuable. Now, without wasting any time, let's play now! Have you ever seen a dark-looking 1934 wheat penny and thought it was just damaged? Think again. One rare black wheat penny from 1934 shocked collectors when it sold for nearly $28,000 because of a rare minting error and incredible condition. And the wild part? Some people still have these hidden in old jars, drawers, and inherited coin collections without realizing it. Back in 1934, America was still fighting through the Great Depression. The U.S. Mint was producing millions of wheat pennies for daily commerce, but during that chaotic era, mistakes inside the minting process quietly created coins that would later become collector legends. Most 1934 pennies were made from bronze, but some developed unusually dark or black surfaces due to improper alloy mixtures, chemical reactions, or decades of storage conditions. A few of these black wheat pennies became highly desirable because collectors believed they were connected to rare minting abnormalities. The 1934 wheat penny was produced mainly in Philadelphia with no mint mark, while Denver coins carried a D mint mark in San Francisco used an S. Even normal examples in high grades can sell for decent money today. But errors are where prices become serious. Here's where things get interesting. A 1934 black-toned penny with a noticeable die crack error can sell between $300 and $2,000, depending on visibility and condition. These cracks happen when the minting die begins to break after heavy use, leaving raised lines across the coin. Now add an off-center strike, where part of the design misses the planche completely, and values can jump to around $1,500 to $6,000. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more collectors compete for it. But one of the most hunted varieties is the doubled die error. On these coins, letters or numbers appear, slightly doubled because of die misalignment during production. Strong doubled features on a 1934 wheat penny can push values from $4,000 to over $12,000. Then there's the mysterious struck-through error. This happens when grease, cloth fibers, or debris get trapped during minting, creating missing or distorted details. Rare black-toned struck-through examples have sold for $800 to $5,000, and condition changes everything. A heavily worn coin may only bring modest money, but if a rare error receives a professional MS-65 or higher grade, the value can explode overnight. Sharp wheat lines, strong Lincoln details, and original surfaces make collectors pay premium prices. So the next time you spot a strange dark 1934 wheat penny, don't ignore it too quickly, because one tiny minting mistake could turn an ordinary-looking cent into a 5-figure treasure hiding in plain sight. A dusty 1935 wheat penny once sat unnoticed in a cigar box for decades, until a collector discovered it was worth over $17,000. Not gold, not silver. Just one tiny cent with the right mistake in the right condition. And today, people are still unknowingly spending these coins like pocket change. Picture America in 1935. The country was clawing its way out of the Depression. Factories were roaring back to life, cash was tight, and wheat pennies moved through millions of hands every single day. At the U.S. Mint, coins were being struck at incredible speed, and when machines ran non-stop, strange things started happening. Tiny production flaws escaped into circulation, and decades later, those flaws became treasure. The 1935 wheat penny came from Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. Most are common, but hidden among them are rare error coins that collectors aggressively hunt for today. One of the first clues treasure hunters look for is a die crack error. These appear as raised lines cutting across Lincoln's portrait or the wheat stalks. Minor examples can bring $150 to $700, while dramatic cracks stretching across the coin have sold for over $2,000. Then there's the famous off-center strike. Imagine the coin slipping slightly during minting, leaving part of the design missing. A small off-center error might sell for $500, But bold examples with visible dates can climb between $3,000 and $8,000. But the real excitement starts with the double die varieties. On these coins, letters and numbers appear doubled because the die shifted during creation. Sharp doubling on Liberty or the date can send collectors into bidding wars. Strong examples have reached $5,000 to nearly $15,000 depending on condition. Another hidden jackpot is the struck-through error. Grease, metal fragments, or fibers accidentally entered the press during production, leaving missing details or strange textures behind. These mysterious-looking pennies can range from $400 to $4,500. Now here's the part many people miss. Condition changes everything. A worn 1935 penny with scratches may stay cheap forever. But if that same era coin survives with crisp details, original color, and a professional MS-65 or higher grade, the value can multiply fast. Collectors pay huge premiums for coins that look almost untouched after 90 years. That's why coin hunters check every detail under bright light. Because somewhere out there, another 1935 wheat penny is hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to realize it isn't just a penny at all. A single 1936 wheat penny shocked collectors after selling for nearly $20,000 at auction, and the craziest part is that it looked completely ordinary at first glance. No gold shine, no silver edge, just a tiny copper coin hiding a minting, mistake that turned spare change into a serious payday. Now imagine this. It's 1936. America is rebuilding during the Great Depression. Grocery stores, train stations, and corner shops are flooded with wheat pennies every day. Inside the U.S. Mint, massive coin presses are pounding out millions of cents at high speed. Workers are focused on quantity, not perfection. And in that rush, rare errors quietly escape into circulation like hidden treasure waiting to be discovered decades later. The 1936 wheat penny was struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. Most examples are common, but a few left the mint with bizarre flaws that collectors now chase aggressively. Treasure hunters first search for die crack errors. These appear like raised lightning lines running across Lincoln's face or through the wheat stalks. Smaller cracks can sell for around $200 to $900, while dramatic full-length cracks have reached nearly $3,000 in high grades. Then come the exciting off-center strikes. This happens when the blank planche shifts during minting, causing part of the design to disappear. Slight off-centers may bring $600, but larger visible date examples can explode to $4,000 or even $9,000, depending on how dramatic the error looks. But the most dangerous jackpot for collectors is the double die error. On certain 1936 pennies, the date or lettering appears doubled because the die was improperly aligned during production. Strong doubling around Liberty or In God We Trust can push values from $6,000 to over $16,000 when authenticated. Another mystery collectors love is the struck-through error. Tiny objects like grease or debris interrupted the strike, leaving missing details or unusual textures. Some blackened or oddly textured examples have sold between $500 and $5,500. And here's where treasure hunting becomes serious. Condition is everything. A damaged coin with a rare error might still be valuable, but a sharply detailed example graded MS-65, MS-66, or higher can multiply in price incredibly fast. Original red color, smooth surfaces, and strong wheat lines make collectors compete hard. So before you ignore an old 1936 wheat penny sitting in a jar or tucked inside a drawer, look closely, because one tiny detail could reveal a forgotten Depression-era coin worth thousands hiding right in plain sight.